Hello everybody. Hope everyone's enjoying their Sunday. Was able to get outside on this beautiful day. We'll give it a couple more minutes before we get started, but I have a couple blankets and a couple pillows. So just feel free to grab some props, maybe 2 pillows, 2 blankets. You might not need all that, but the more props, the better. And if you want to go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable seat, we'll end up there. So we're going to do some pranayama or breathing just to cool our bodies down and calm ourselves down. And then we'll get into a little meditation. And from there, I meant to share a playlist if you guys want some relaxing music to go along with it. And then we'll get into a little bit of a warm-up to work our bodies a little bit before we start holding our restorative poses for a little bit longer. So we're finding our comfortable seat. You can grab a pillow or a blanket, placing it under your seat just to make yourselves a little more comfortable. Maybe crossing our legs and just closing the eyes. And start inhaling as you lift your shoulders up to your ears, and then exhaling, dropping them down. Inhale, shoulders rise. Exhale, release. And again, inhale, reaching the shoulders all the way up to the ears. And then exhale, release, shaking that out. Now starting to settle in. Just finding this time as a transition, moving from our day to our practice. So we bring our awareness to how we're feeling today. Scanning the body from the crown of the head through the feet. Noticing if there's any points of tension. And just slowly releasing. And as we do this, notice if your mind begins to quiet down. So we turn our thoughts inward. So from here, we're going to start a 3-part breath. So you're going to start to inhale through the belly, bring the breath through the ribs, and then all the way up through the collarbone. And then on your exhale, you're going to start to release from your collarbone through your chest, ribs, and belly. Inhale, lift the belly, the chest, and the collarbone. And exhale, collarbone, chest, belly. Inhale, belly, chest, collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, chest, collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, chest, belly. Inhale, belly, chest, collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, chest, belly. Inhale, belly, chest, collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, chest, belly. Continue on doing this with your own breath, your own rhythm. Just visualizing your belly opening, your breath opening the belly, the chest, and the collarbone on the inhale. And then sinking the collarbone, the chest, then the belly on the exhale. your next inhale, deeply just inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Again, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, release. One more deep inhale, fill up. And exhale, let it go. Letting your breath return to its natural rhythm. Noticing if there's more space in between the inhales and exhales. If we feel like we're breathing slightly deeper. And by focusing on the breath, we quiet the mind. Knowing that if any thoughts come into our mind, we accept them, so we let them pass. We slowly blink the eyes open, bringing our awareness back to the present moment. And then if you're on a prop, you can go ahead and remove it. And you're going to slowly start to walk your hands forward, taking a fold here. You don't have to go down too deeply. Just starting to notice how your breath starts to travel to the back body. On every inhale, your shoulder blades expand. Releasing through the shoulders. Inhale, we slowly start to rise. You're going to bring your hands to either side of you, and you're slowly going to start to drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Tenting your fingertips along your side, starting to feel the stretch on the right side of our neck through the right arm. Slowly breathing. Slowly coming through center as we drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. Closing our eyes if we wish, or maybe gazing, keeping our eyelids heavy. And now you're slowly going to start to drop your chin towards your chest as you find half circles along the bottom part. You slowly move from side to side, pausing at any points where we feel tense, keeping our eyes relaxed, keeping our forehead relaxed. Bringing your head through center as you slowly start to drop it back behind you, and then finding the half circles the other way. Slow movements and deep breaths. Now slowly bringing our head back through center. We're going to find our way to our hands and knees if you would like to do your cat-cows and tabletop, or you can do it in a seated position as well. But wherever you are, you're going to inhale as you start to open the chest and the gaze. And then exhale, doming through the back as you gaze towards the navel. Now flowing with your own breath here. And maybe making these slower than we normally do. Just feeling every movement. So find 4 more deep breaths here. Feeling free to add any other movements that feel good. Just keeping our movements slow and our breaths deep. And then slowly coming back through center. We're going to start to set up for our first restorative pose. So I'll be holding it a little bit longer, moving my props out of my way. You may want a blanket to place underneath your pelvis. If not, don't worry. But slowly starting to come onto your stomach. You're going to lift up onto your forearms for now, and then start to bring one of your knees out towards the side. You can also place a blanket underneath your knee at the side for a little bit of an extra padding. We're coming into half frog. So my knee is at a 90-degree angle, and then I'm slowly going to start to come down, dropping my chest. You can place your palms on top of each other as you either rest your forehead or your cheek down. And then again, if you need a little bit of extra padding under your hip bone, feel free to place a blanket there. And throughout these poses, don't feel like you're stuck. Feel like you can move and shift around, making yourselves comfortable. The main goal is to relax, but don't hold yourself to any expectations. Knowing that if you can't quiet your mind, that's fine, since it's what our mind is designed to do. Just simply want to come back to the breath. Noticing if you're holding yourselves up at all. See if you can sink a little deeper through that extended hip and sinking through our shoulders. Relaxing through your eyes, your jaw, your entire face. starting to bring our head back through center. So you lower that leg down to meet the other. Maybe lifting or shifting your hips around a little bit to release. And then if you have a blanket, maybe moving it to the other side, under the other knee, as we bring that knee out towards the side. And slowly starting to settle in here. Maybe this side feels a little different. Once again, noticing if tension has started to creep back into our face or our shoulders. So we release. Throughout these poses, seeing if you can release a little deeper with every exhale. Letting your body sink a little deeper with every exhale. Releasing a little more tension on the exhale. You slowly start to bring your awareness back, bringing that leg down to meet the other, lifting up slightly to reset the hips, and then slowly bringing your hands outside of your ribs as you take your time to start lifting yourself back up. So now I'm going to grab a pillow, placing it to the width of the mat, the front of the mat. And from here, I'm going to start to find my way back to my belly. So my chest is on the pillow, and once again I'm going to bring my hands in front of me. You can also bring them to the side if you want to place another prop underneath your head for support, if you want to relax your arms a little bit. So my chest is supported by the pillow, and I'm coming to lie down. If you want a little bit more of an opening, you can place another prop. Essentially, this is a version of a Sphinx pose with a little bit of opening here. And just settling in. Once again, you can place your forehead or one of your cheeks to your hands. Noticing how your breath feels in your back body. Visualizing the expanse of the shoulder blades on the inhale. If one cheek is on the mat or your hand, go ahead and switch to the other side. Now you're slowly going to start to bring your head back through center. And then starting to lift up onto your forearms, you're just going to roll over onto your back. So where our chest was, we're now going to place our upper back. So it's opening the chest now. You can place your hands maybe on your belly or your chest, or bring them out to the side, wherever they lay. So our upper back is supported by the prop. Our head is on the mat. Our glutes are on the mat. Just starting to notice now how we feel the breath in the front body. Maybe we're able to breathe a little deeper. Just visualize all the parts of your body that are touching the mat. Seeing if you can notice them getting a little heavier. Letting that be your heels, your calves, the back of your thighs, your glutes, and the back of your head. And fully surrendering to the prop and the mat. So you let it take your weight. Visualizing your muscles relaxing. the prop and the weight or the mat do all of the work as you simply focus on relaxing. Now we're slowly going to start to move ourselves up to a seated position. You can roll over to one side, or you can take your time as you slowly start to push yourselves up. Taking the prop out of the way, you're going to lie back down with your back flat on the mat. So our prop is by our side. Now you're going to bring the soles of your feet to the mat, and then pushing into your heels, you're going to lift your hips up as you move that prop now underneath your tailbone. Again, if you want a little bit of a deeper pose, you can bring more props to stack underneath. You can also place something underneath your head. Your hands can fall wherever you'd like them. Finding this subtle inversion. You can keep your soles of the feet on the mat, or you can start to walk them forward. So you straighten your legs down on the mat, if that feels okay for your low back. But wherever you are, again, just focusing on releasing. Now notice how your shoulders feel on the mat, on the back of your head, on the bottoms of your feet. Noticing if you're trying to hold yourself up anywhere. And just release. your prop where it is, you're going to slowly start to bring your legs up towards the sky. You can keep a bend in your knees here. Just starting to notice any sensations that you feel through the legs, from the toes, running down to the glutes. Slowly starting to bring your feet back to the mat. Taking our time to lift through the heels as we move the prop out of the way. And then once again, making your way to a seated position, feeling free to roll over towards the side or taking your time as you slowly lift yourself up. So we're going to take the prop again behind us, this time long ways with the mat. If you want, you can place a blanket on the top of the pillow. You can also place 2 pillows, but essentially you're going to bring the side of your hip to the bottom of the pillow. Placing your hands on either side, you're going to slowly start to walk yourself down. So your chest is coming down, and then your cheek is coming down, so you're facing your knees. Hands just simply resting on either side of the prop. And if you want, you can also place a blanket in between your legs. You can stack your legs, whatever is comfortable. Noticing if you're holding yourselves up, especially through the shoulders. Seeing if you can release. If you want a little bit of a deeper twist, you can start to lift up as you bring your opposite cheek to a pillow or a blanket, gazing away from your bent knees. Making sure the tension hasn't built up in our shoulders again. slowly starting to lift up, release, untwist. So you take your time to lift yourselves up. And then we slowly come around through center, bringing the other hip alongside of the pillow, bringing hands on either side, and then slowly starting to walk yourselves down, starting with our cheek in the direction of our knees. Making any adjustments that we'd like. Making sure we're not holding ourselves up as we release through the shoulders. If you'd like that deeper twist, turning our other cheek, placing it down. So you slowly start to unwind, bringing ourselves back up to seated. This time, bring your glutes to the mat, right beneath the pillow. You're going to start to lie back. And this is where we'll be for our final resting pose. So we're going to sit here for a couple of minutes and then move into our final resting pose. So if you want to stay here, feel free to grab another pillow, place it under our knees, or a blanket on top of us. Just making sure our glutes are on the mat, and then our back and our head are supported by some kind of prop. Letting your arms fall on either side of the prop. Noticing the breath. Now here you're going to repeat to yourself or count to yourself 1 on your inhale, 1 on your exhale, 2 on your inhale, 2 on your exhale, 3 on your inhale, 3 on your exhale. Counting up this way with each inhale and each exhale, all the way to 10. Now, if you'd like to stay here for your final resting pose, stay put. Or you can start to shift around, getting comfortable. Once again, maybe bringing a pillow underneath the head or the knees, maybe placing a blanket on top of us. Just finding the best way to be comfortable. And settling in. We're going to take one deep inhale through the nose. Then exhale to release all of the tension. As you start to let your breath return to its natural rhythm. Letting go of any control of the breath. We start to notice our body relax. And as I say the body part, just notice it. Right toes, right heel, right ankle, right shin, right calf, right knee, right thigh, right hip, right glute, right side of the abdomen, right side of the low back, right ribs, right side of the chest, right side of the collarbone, right shoulder blade, right fingers, right palm, right wrist, right forearm, right elbow, and right upper arm, top of the right shoulder, right side of the neck, right side of the jaw, right cheek, right eye, right eyebrow, right temple, right side of the forehead, the crown of the head, left side of the forehead, left temple, left eyebrow, left eye, left cheek, left side of the jaw, left side of the neck, top of the left shoulder, left upper arm, left elbow, left forearm, left wrist, left palm, left fingers, left shoulder blade, left side of the collarbone, left side of the chest, left ribs, left lower back, left side of the abdomen, left glute, left hip, left thigh, left knee, left shin, left calf, left ankle, left heel, left toes, your entire body, your entire body. As you slowly start to deepen your breath, starting to bring little movements through your fingers and your toes, through your wrist and your ankles. Bringing your hands overhead, finding a full body stretch. And then we're slowly taking our time, keeping our eyes closed, either rolling over to one side or slowly pushing ourselves up to a comfortable seated position. Bringing the awareness back to the breath. As you take a deep inhale through the nose, exhale, we let it go. Breath returns to its natural rhythm. Noticing how it feels compared to the beginning of class. So remember to carry this breath awareness with us throughout the week ahead. As you place your hands at heart center, thank you all for joining me and sharing your practice with me this evening. And show gratitude towards yourself for showing up. So you begin to rub your palms together, building heat. You're going to place your palms over your eyes, transferring the heat. So you slowly start to blink your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you all. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of their Sunday. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.